Hi, good morning, good evening, as per your time zone. I'm Kumkum Sharma from Eisen Bridge, and I'm back again on live open session episode 60. So great, guys. We are running these sessions from long time, and we are helping professionals with their individual queries. What is the right certification for them? What is the right training for them? What should be the right step for their growth? So, if you have the similar question, this is the right platform, and you can ask all your questions. So, before you guys are joining and asking the questions, let me ask Saket Bansal how he wants to start this session. Thank you, Saket. Thank you very much for joining me with me again on this session.
Great,
And
great.
how would you like to start the session?
It's good. Good to see the little clean number 60. Yeah, 60. It looks good. And just realized that it's been a while, I think more than 2 years, because we are not doing every week. So minimum 60 session passed by. So more than 2 years. I think we started somewhere in the June 2 years ago, and then it's been a while. So as Kumkum nicely explained, the whole idea is that if you have any specific queries, especially for those programs where we deal in, like PMP certification, CSM certification, leading safe or safe scrum master or Kanban management or IC agile coaching or agile coaching transformation or learning Jira without certification kind of stuff, anything in these areas. If you have specific queries, we are here to probably share our views. The objective is which can help you in identifying the right investment, because whatever you do, it takes time, it takes some amount of money, but time is more which goes, and you probably want to find out the right sequence. I understand there is very difficult to predict the right path, but at least we go with some judgment. Yeah, and we inspect and adapt as we go along, but we try to make our best judgment to start with. Yeah, so that's the objective. Let's see how we explore and discover here. So hi David, welcome to the session. If you are watching us on LinkedIn, just comment wherever you are watching, it will reach us. I know you can't use the voice message as of now, but you can just type the comment. If you are watching us on YouTube, then again in the live chat, you have an option. You put your query comment there, and comment is also good. Yeah, saying hi is also perfectly fine, and that will reach us here. Yeah. I have been doing many PMP related topics. Yeah, today's session is not 100% dedicated to PMP, but that's anyway is the option. Yeah, if you want to talk. From last 4 weeks, we started. Yeah, so I see someone typing YouTube. Yes, yeah. So this is how it reaches us. Yeah, you can put your queries also, so we know that you are from YouTube. Yes, yeah. From last 4 weeks, we have also started talking about your PMP related questions in the form of multiple choice questions. So this is something new we have started. We are looking for engagement options and maybe an alternative to doing live sessions. As of now, I'm also doing live weekly sessions for clarifying your PMP related doubts. But looks like this multiple choice format is working better and it is helping more. So let's see. We have to pick one of these two for our future continuation. But if you are not aware, every day, more or less, every weekday, we are posting one poll on our social media platform, LinkedIn, and then it takes 1 or 2 days time. Then we process the idea and put a video about explaining the poll and put in our YouTube and Instagram. We are planning to come up with a dedicated page where you can find all the past questions and the videos in a one go, because sometimes it might be difficult to search them in LinkedIn or Instagram. But we have also created a hashtag which is PMP Eisenbridge. If you search PMP Eisenbridge on YouTube or on Instagram or on LinkedIn, you should be able to find all these questions with the help of this search. Yeah, but nevertheless, we are also in the process of creating a page for it. So this is something as an update which is happening in our space. If you have something specific to talk, we can discuss. You put your query and we take it forward.
Yes, I would like to start if you'll give me the opportunity.
Good,
Great.
good, yeah.
So, Yeah. So one of our participant, he's already CSM certified. He's ACSM certified, and he's CSP certified as well. And after getting these three certifications, he's working as a Scrum Master. But now he wants to pursue little, experience kind of positions. So his specific query is what to do next to get some higher profile and better position in the organization.
So this is something I think many of us might be wondering, that I have my experience, I have my education, I have my strengths, I have some areas where I'm not good in. And then by using all these things, what should I do next so that I can achieve my better growth? Yeah, so that's a usual thing which we explore. uh, as we see that it is not just based on should I do this certification or that certification, it also based on the type of projects you have dealt in, the type of industry you work in, the type of education you have, the type of strength you have. Some people might be very strong in say people skills, some are good in domain skills, some are good in technical skills, and their your attitude towards that. So many factors plays a role. There is very difficult to say that we go with this particular thing. But in general, if you are working in a service-oriented organizations where you work in a temporary endeavors, which is called projects, then acquiring project management skills is a good idea for a Scrum Master. So I am assuming the person is advancing in a Scrum Master. The person has a Scrum Master aspirations. That's a one. If you stick to delivery, then do PMP. And if you're working in a service environment, then do PMP. And then that will be advancing your career. If you're working in a product organization where you are not working in projects, you are not working in a temporary endeavor, you are there for long, yeah, 5 years, 10 years. You are focusing on the whole life cycle of the product, its launch, its future releases, and maybe a killing of the product and expiring of the product. Then with the Scrum certifications, you may start learning more and more about the business, yeah, business side part of it. And that could be the another skill. So like product ownership, CSPO, POPM, if you're working in a safe environment, to a POPM. Now, if you're working in a safe environment, then safe certifications are anyway needed for you because you want to demonstrate that you can do Scrum Master product owner role in a safe space. So PMP is the option, CSPO is the option, depending upon that path. Safe environment requires some safe certifications as well. If you want to get into pure enablement role, like coaching, mentoring, training people, then you need to do many things, and you may want to start or may learn about the role of an agile coach by way of doing ICP ACC. It gives you a good foundation, and you can say, okay, this is what I want to do. So I need to see my current experience. I need to see my current skills. I need to see my current strength. I need to see what is available in the market, what kind of jobs I want to get into, career aspirations. And based on that, I need to pick up first direction, delivery direction, service in the service organization, product organization, or a coaching, mentoring direction. And based on that, I can take a certification path. By default, doing PMP in a service organization is something good thing to do. Yeah. Good.
Makes
So we have, yeah, great. So we have a question which is saying, what to do when an increment is rejected by the stakeholder and he refused to take it? So say, in a simple word, you are buying something. Say you gave an order. You gave an order for making a say customized shirt or something. Yeah, and the person who is taking the order has made something for you, and when you are trying it out, you are finding it not at all useful for you. Yeah, now what would you do next? You will say, I will not take it, this is a useless thing for me. Even if I take it, I will just take it for giving you money, but it is not giving me any use. Yeah, and you are possibly that creator, and you say, I created something for this guy and this guy is rejecting it. The same thing is happening. So when you are saying the Scrum team has created something, and the person who wants to consume that thing is saying this is not right for me, now what do I do? So we probably can't say what should you do exactly, because it depends upon your contract agreement, depends upon how well you understood the requirement, Were you talking to the same guy, or you talking to someone else, or what is the misunderstanding? But one thing is fact here, that there is a big expectation mismatch. So I need to make a note of that we failed in learning about each other. Yeah. So as a creator of that particular shirt, I failed to learn about what my customer was asking. Now, how do I react to it? I give him a free shirt, or I try to give him customization. Depends. Yeah? What depends upon the big problem and the type of contract I am in. But there is no denial of a missing or misalignment. So I do learning from it. I take a retrospective view on it. I acknowledge that yes, we missed meeting your expectation. That's I will do as a creator, as a project manager, as a scrum master, as a product owner, whatever is the role. I will say yes, we missed it, and then let's work together to find out how we don't repeat it. That's a future thing. But first, what we can do about this. So as a creator, I will say, how can I fix this shirt? Is there any way we can fix and make this customer happy somehow? And what do we do next time as a shop owner, that we don't create these kind of mess again and again, because we don't want to have dissatisfied customer. Yeah. So that's something you do in a Scrum word also. Acknowledge, analyze, try to do corrective actions. What can we do right now? What are the options we have depending upon contract and agreements? And what are the preventive actions? Involving team, involving the right stakeholder is a good idea. If you are a scrum master, probably you should not own the whole process of doing this. Acknowledgement is definitely you can do, but identifying what should be the right thing should be done with the help of the right people. Now, who is the right people? You will know about your team rather than me suggesting it. So if this question get asked in the interview, then I need to talk about experience. Yeah, I can't just say that this happened. I say, yeah, we faced this situation before. Now, what could be that situation? Sometimes we misunderstood the requirement. We had a lack of domain understanding. The stakeholder were expecting a lot of implicit knowledge in us, like we understand their terminologies, but our team, our product owner, or as a group, we were having less understanding about it. And we could not get into the details of things which were not explicitly told to us. So we misunderstood. That could be the thing. The other thing could be that during the development cycle, we were not involving the stakeholders very frequently. We took the requirement 2 weeks ago, and then we came out after the 2 weeks and we showed something, and the stakeholder said, this is messy. Yeah. So a delay in a feedback can result into it. So if I make some prototype, I talk about every other day, and we have a good collaboration, that could be the thing. Lack of trust or lack of good communication. Open communication is definitely missing. So all these things could lead to it. But if I'm dealing in the interview, I better bring an example. I had happened to get into this situation. This happened there, and we did these kind of corrective and preventive actions. And in future, we could handle this thing in a better manner. Yeah, so that's how we can handle this. Okay. Okay, so this is something related to Kumkum's question. So I am an agile coach, and I have moved to Australia. I don't see any agile coach or scrum master opening. However, I see many project managers related jobs, hence decided to pursue PMP. What is your suggestion? Great idea. So see, what I say is, are we getting into enablement role, or we are getting into delivery role? So delivery role is a scrum master role, release train engineer role, project manager role. It's a delivery leadership. We get things done. Agile coach, generally speaking, there could be multiple variants of it, is more like an enabling role. I enable people, I enable team, and once they are enabled, I'll move from one team to another team. I create the right set, and then I move out. So this right set can have their delivery leadership, and they continue doing it. Yeah, so that's the thing. Now, many organizations were feeling that they have matured enough in their agile journey, and whatever it is, they don't want any push for enablement now. The team can do incremental, continuous improvements as they were expected to do before, so that they probably don't need any change catalyst. Yeah, earlier they were looking for agile coaches and all, who possibly in your example, now they believe probably my team focuses on delivery and we can handle it. And that could be the possible reason that we see more and more delivery roles now. So Yeah, if delivery is something is your passion, yeah, or is something you want to build a career in, then definitely acquiring delivery skills is a good idea. Now, delivery skill, as I addressed the Kumkum's question before, delivery skills in the context of vendor relationship, projectized relationship is very well communicated and learned in the PMP curriculum. So, which is a perfect thing to do. If you have a long-lasting, dedicated team which is working without interruption, then Scrum Master plus good amount of product and domain understanding can also help you to get some kind of title. It could be a engineering manager title, it could be agile lead title, it could be a iteration manager titles. I think in Australia, the iteration manager is pretty popular. So some kind of title, which is a mix of domain understanding and delivery leadership might also be possible. But in general, I feel that learning the concepts of project management is usually a good idea. Even if you don't do a project delivery after that, but you probably will mentor and coach people to do a good project delivery, especially if you are working in a temporary endeavor space. Yeah. And we run all these PMP thing. And we do many programs. We do CSM, we do CSPO, we do Leading Safe, we do various programs. The two programs which usually create the biggest transformational impact from our portfolio of work is PMP, and another one is ICP ACC, Agile Coaching. So now it could be the type of people we attract in these programs, because for CSM and SAFE programs, people want to do it as an add-on. Yeah? They want to just do something and continue working in their profile. But when people do PMP, the whole rigor, whole process makes them just not about the certificate, but makes them very clear about the whole project management context, and good percentage of those people get a career transformational benefit. In case of ICP ACC also, the way we have designed it for 2 weeks minimum, sometimes 3 weeks, giving you at least a content for 3 to 6 months of learning. So it's like not just a 21 hours class, and we give you a lot of push and material and dimensions. And if someone uses that material and the thinking process, which many end up doing, they also find very transformational impacts out of it. But in general, yeah, other programs can also create case to case, but these two works very more transformational in case of our portfolio of programs. Yeah, so PMP is a good idea. Yeah. Okay, so if you are listening to us on LinkedIn or YouTube, and if you have some kind of question, drop us. Probably we can explore together the way we did it in last 20 minutes. So I pause, we see if we have something here. Okay, so I took SSM certification few days back. I'm more inclined towards teaching role. Can I take SPC certification and start teaching SAFE? What is the average earning of SPC? Now, you can try out some of the websites where the roles and their salaries are published. But please try to understand that a person who, first there will be a big range, and what person earns is not just a result of one certificate, it's a result of what they have been doing in the last 10, 20, 30 years. So their education, the type of projects they have dealt with, the type of strength and competency they have built, the type of network they have, the type of credibility they carry because of their case study or education or their delivery, many things comes together to make you or to define your next role, goal, as well as money. So it will be difficult to predict who will get what. But yes, there are websites like in India, we have a payscale.com and something. So I'm sure in each country you have a websites who collects the data, and they can give you this role, this experience, and some more details, and they can tell you the range. So finding the detail about people who are training safe and how much they are earning, I think you need to probably go this research, but don't rely on a one certificate, else anyone can do the certificate and start moving there. Now, can I start teaching SAFE by doing SPC certification? The answer is yes. Yeah, why not? So SPC certificate, which is called SAFE Practice Consultant now, earlier it used to call SAFE Program Consultant, is a program designed by Scaled Agile to create trainers and consultants, because they also want to create ready resources for people so that people can just get started and contribute to the SAFE success, because the more and more capable people to support the implementations are available, the framework will also become a popular. So with that thing in mind, and in the SAFE implementation process, training plays a critical role. They follow, educate people, and then figure out together with them how should we use SAFE. So education is a very essential element of SAFE implementation roadmap. And because of that, they created various kind of training modules, which are role specific. And many times, I personally see organization likes SAFE educational content and the segmentation of it. And they feel it is a scalable implementation approach, because we have a ready content, we have a ready trainer, we can roll out a training for all our 10,000 people in next, say, 1 month. Yeah, so that kind of a message it gives. So the SAFE Practice Consultant can be done. It doesn't require any prerequisite in a SAFE certification, which means one can directly do SAFE Practice Consultant. Usually 5-6 years of coaching experience, 10-15 years of delivery experience is a good ideal profile. So you can check the current successful SAFE Practice Consultant profile, and you will see the average range of 15 to 25 years of experience kind of thing. And that gives them some weightage. Yeah, so that's a path. From a Scaled Agile, they don't have any validatable conditions. Anyone who is passionate about making it possible, and they see that we can understand the delivery and agile and overall lean practices, we can go ahead and start teaching SAFE. Yeah, from our network, we do see many people doing SPC. We also facilitate and support it. We help you to do some more observation in our class. If you do SPC from us, we help you in learning those concepts a little more better. And after that, you need to see how well you can make money out of your SPC investment. Yeah, if you see that is your career choice, we can support you. Yeah. Okay, so SAFE, SPC, and PMP, this is something is working today. In our observation for SAFE, earlier the leading SAFE certificate was too much popular, but I see from last few years, the shift started happening. So leading SAFE is still the most popular certification program, yeah, when it comes to SAFE, because still people are learning about SAFE. But since it is getting matured also, people are moving to role-based certifications as well. So now people are saying, okay, I am focusing on my Scrum Master role in SAFE. Do we have a Scrum Master program in SAFE? So they go for certified Scrum, like a SSM, SAFE SSM, rather than doing generic one. So, and that is also becoming like evident about maturity of the framework. A leading SAFE was designed for managers and leaders before, but now since the awareness is increasing, people want to know how to do things rather than just knowing it from the high level. They want to get into the details, and that's why the role-based certification like SAFE POPM, SAFE Scrum Master are getting pretty good response, I can say. And yeah, the jobs are also asking for those kind of certifications. Yeah. And that can indirectly also leads to a good potential for SPCs to teach these programs. Yeah, so you can say, yes, still people are learning. And if you target internal SAFE implementation, then the potential is huge. Yeah, because If the organization is going for safe implementation, they will need people to get trained in safe, and SPCs plays a critical change agent role. Yeah. Good. So remind again, in case someone has something, please drop your message. Yeah. Good. I think it's a little long weekend in India, I guess. Yeah, that's the pretty evident. But yes, one of the thing which was coming in the last week, I wanted to probably discuss, and if someone wants to have add-on questions, like people finishing PMP and asking me, what should I do after PMP? Yeah, especially if you are in a project delivery space. So it is difficult to tell what do you do next, because in general, PMP certification itself is good enough for your deliveries and all. Yeah. But that's there. But if you want to improve a little bit more, if you are in an agile direction, safe direction, then you need to acquire safe and agile knowledge. That's anyway needed, product management and all. But if you are not any specific side and you can say, I want to focus on project delivery only and I want to grow, then I usually recommend them to go for ICF coaching. So we have ICF ACC program as well, because it helps you in improving your leadership and conversational skills, or you call it power skills in our PMP language, and sometimes we call it soft skills. So that is something gets improved by that particular program. So you probably want to yeah. Okay, so there were some unusual work question in the SAFE exam. What is the benefit of Scrum Master should share with the team about using IP iteration? Team wants to use IP iteration to continue their usual work. So first thing is, let's take the thing. Exam not necessarily give you the whole situation, and we should not be focusing too much on aligning our 100% understanding with the exam questions. For a safe exams, even if I align my 85 to 90% understanding, I'm good. Yeah, I don't have to score 100 out of 100. And even scoring 100 out of 100 does not necessarily mean I am master in safe. Yeah, so I don't have to take it too seriously, but yes, I should score around 80 to 90%. That something is there. For SSM class, they pass it you at 73%, because unlike POPM leading safe, SSM has little bit more situational questions. And I think that's the reason they are keeping the rigor at 73 only, rather than increasing to 80. For other programs, they have a 80% rigor. So situational questions are very difficult to always align with the question format. We may do something differently. Now let's come to the question. Yeah. So if you say that, team wants to do their usual work in IP, what would you do? So the intent here is, as we understand, the role of Scrum Master team coach in SAFE is more than Scrum Master. Yeah, because we are using safe Scrum here. We are not using Scrum. Yeah, so we have a kind of a created on top of Scrum framework, but that includes safe ideas. That's what we are doing. And as a safe Scrum Master team coach, I am not only limited to current teams or only iteration execution. I need to focus on PI readiness, PI dependency management, and I need to apply system thinking. Yeah. Now, if I have a team and which doesn't want to like use innovation and planning iteration for doing improvements, for doing innovations, for planning integratedly for upcoming PI, talking to others, and looking for improvements at a train level, and they just want to continue working the way they were working in the previous sprints, then I need to explain them that here we are a big part of a system. And I need to explain the advantages or the reason for innovation and planning iteration has been created. So I explain this is a place which helps us in creating better alignment, This is the place our special activities help us in improving our overall delivery ability, overall predictability. This is a place where we can identify and explore various interdependencies. So by doing this innovation, by doing infrastructure improvement, we are also reducing our technical debts, yeah, or we keep them under check. We create an environment where we work together, collaborate together, we learn together. So we create a train level together feeling, system thinking. So if now going back to the exam, if that is a pattern, so when you learn about innovation and planning iteration in your SSM class, it is clearly explained the benefits of innovation and planning. So you need to keep those things in mind when you are answering the SSM question and say that my usual work means my team wants to follow the normal sprint. This is, let's do a development sprint in the innovation and planning iteration only. Let's keep working on user stories and acceptance criteria and finishing them. That's the usual work. And I need to explain them that it is designed for as a kind of a buffer, contingency buffer to improve predictability. It is designed for giving you space to innovate and do some infrastructure improvement. And it is designed for doing the readiness for upcoming PI and collaborating at a system level. So that kind of answers you need to choose for your SSM exam. Yeah. And that kind of question one will also get in their interviews if they are going for safe Scrum Master interviews, because the interviewer will also test how do you apply system thinking? How do you consider yourself as a part of bigger family? In case of Scrum, you are small family. In case of safe, you have a lot of small families. It's like a community. So how do you think in a community manner rather than just a small family manner? So that's a way we need to think in the case of safe Scrum Master. So we spoke about the ideas related to Scrum Master growth, ideas related to increment getting rejected, kind of an interview question. We explored things about agile coach versus project delivery roles, and we explored ideas related to SPC certification, and then we got into innovation and planning iteration related thing related to SAFE. Yeah, that much if I summarize the conversation we did till now is this. Okay, I think Kumkum, if you have something, or we start concluding.
Yeah, just the one last conclusion from my side. There is no shortcut of success. You have to keep updating yourself. So if you're CSM, then you have to think about ACSM or scaling with the safe certifications. If you're PMP, then you have to think about for the leadership skills. So yeah, you have to keep updating yourself. I think we have one more question.
Okay, so how much time is required to achieve PMP certification? Is it possible to post more short videos in YouTube? Because I found eyes and pitch by searching for gold plating and scope creep understanding. Yeah. Okay, that's a good feedback. Yeah, I think the shorts are more powerful than live streaming. And I know we are creating small videos of 5 minutes around, but not the shorts. Shorts is like less than 60 seconds. So we'll consider your feedback and put more shorts as well. Yeah, that's something we will reprioritize our engagement thing. Now, how much time is required to achieve PMP certification? So I have a default answer, and I usually give a range of 100 to 200 hours of preparation, which is usually done between 4 weeks to 12 weeks time, usually. Yeah. So that's a thing. So if I say that if I spend around 20 hours per week on average, then probably I take 10 weeks to get my PMP certification. So that could be a usual thing. Now, exact detail varies because some of you may have process experience already. They directly apply the ideas. Like, for example, you already know about gold plating, scope creep, and all those things. You probably just need to focus on people domain and agile and Scrum way of working and business domain, and you are ready. So depending upon what we have done before, we may take less time. If we have less project management experience, or it was more ad hoc oriented project management rather than a proper project management, we may take more time. Yeah. But I usually think if you take more time, you are investing more in your career growth, because you are coming to a level which is expected from the project manager in the industry. Yeah. So whatever it takes, I want to come to that level. Yeah. If you are already at that level, then it validates your learning. You can say, okay, I'm already there. If I am taking a time, then okay, I'm investing on something which will take me there. So rather than, especially for our clients where they focus on just an exam, we go in a little more elaborative manner. If you see our multiple choice questions also, it is just not about why how to find a shortcut to find a right answer. We try to go into the details and the background stories. So it just doesn't look like you need to find a answer, but it makes you the understanding of project management more aligned to the industry or to the benchmark which PMI is putting there. So yes, yeah, that's something is the answer. 4 to 12 weeks, 100 to 200 hours of time. If you put 20 hours per week, you probably take 10 weeks. That's an average thing. Exactly, things will figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, we do have a PMP program, and just to add that, yeah, we do run that, and we have two types of programs. One is a weekend one, and another one is a weekdays one, which runs for 3.5 hours in a one session, and we do spread across. So our programs usually last for 5 to 6 weeks. So we ensure that you catch things along the way, and then you make it happen. Yeah, so that's a program. Okay, so can you suggest some best books for emotional intelligence? I watch your videos or webinar on emotional intelligence. It was very enlightening. So I understand the emotional intelligence webinar was complicated. If you watched it, I really appreciate you putting that much focus. And nowadays, it's been a while I made that particular video. I think more than 3-4 years. And over a period of time, my understanding is also evolving. And what I have understood is reading about emotional intelligence doesn't make me emotionally intelligent. I can know about it, I can talk about it, but it won't make me emotionally intelligent. What makes me emotionally intelligent is practicing it, doing it, reflecting on it. Yeah, so that's something is needed. But yes, initially, as we talk about in our agile coaching space, transformation space, we start by knowing, because we need to know something before we can practice it, and then we improve it with the help of practicing. So some of the books, there are, I think, so many books written around emotional intelligence related topics, but you probably already know the elements of emotional intelligence. Focus on conversational books, how to have a better conversational skills. So I do read or I recommend people reading Crucial Conversation. It helps you to find out how to manage conversation. Indirectly led, the root is in the emotional intelligence. Then we have another conversation book which is called Non-Violent Communication, NVC. Again, little difficult read. This NVC is little difficult read, but gives you good insights. So that could be the another source. Yeah, definitely you can read about the basic books of the emotional intelligence. Yeah, that's a kind of a definition of EI and all those things. So they are available. But I would recommend these two books once you are done with the theory of EI, to improve your conversational skills, and they all are good for our agile coach mentoring roles as well, because we need to do a lot of such conversation on day-to-day basis. Yeah. Okay, so here we are. I think good, Kumkum. We close now. Yeah, looks like we have spent good time.
Yeah, I think we can close now. So, guys, thank you very much for joining and asking wonderful question, helping yourself and helping others with your wonderful questions. And yeah, we'll be back again on the last Friday of October month. Let me just quickly see. Yes, it 27th of October. I'll be back with Saket Bansal on 27th of October. And yeah, you can post your questions over the LinkedIn or our sales channel. Let me just quickly share our sales email. If you have any query, feel free to drop your queries on this email. I have access. Saket also has access of this email. So we are quite active on LinkedIn and emails. So you'll get all your answers. Thank you very much and take care of yourself. Bye for now.